So there are a lot of really interesting developments going on within the display landscape. We see technologies like 4K offering kind of ultra crisp, ultra high resolution images, but we've also got technology which helps make TV much more immersive and much more interactive. I like to think that if the TV was described to people today, it would make no sense. If you had to kind of explain to a 7-year-old what it is, they would probably just think it's like a really big mobile phone that you stick on your wall. So the reality is that we need to get away from a world where images are being broadcasted to people and where TV ads become a 30-second unit of attention, and start thinking, how do we ideate around a screen which potentially people can touch, potentially people can talk to, potentially people can see several different images at the same time. And when we think of advertising in that context, we can create very different experiences. So I like to think of a world where ads could be maybe 3 seconds long, or ads could appear when it happens to be sunny, or ads appear when the stock market does really well. I like to think of new calls to action where maybe you download a coupon to your mobile phone, maybe you speak to the ad and it helps you enter like a shopping environment. Maybe you can get an ad to be shared to a friend, and the more people you share it to, the more money you get off on your next purchase. I think we need to really reimagine the kind of future of TV advertising, and for me it's that interactivity which offers us the most opportunities. Now, if you think of the kind of role of advertising as being helping change behavior, or helping people decide, or getting the right message to the right person at the right moment in time, a kind of augmented reality world becomes a really interesting canvas to work on. Both in terms of how do you make products or experiences better, but in terms of also how do you kind of help people make decisions. So an augmented reality shopping experience may include live special offers, it may include reviews from other people. An augmented reality hotel experience may give you more information to have a more enjoyable stay. An augmented reality experience picking up a rental car may be to offer you other cars that you can't quite see at that moment in time, and offer you a chance to upgrade more seamlessly. So at this precise moment in time, you're able to offer people very rich, immersive experiences, but to a very small number of users. So if you're at an exhibition, or if you're at a trade show, you can give out virtual reality to people, maybe get 200 people per day to have a really rich, interactive brand experience. But the long term and the other form of virtual reality will be what happens when this becomes a consumer experience. There's probably going to be a moment in time in the next 2 or 3 years where there's actually an installed base of people who can get virtual reality experiences. Then it becomes a media channel. Then we now see a world where people are frequently going into their device, frequently exploring a whole new world, and then there becomes opportunities like, how do we create apps for that environment? How do we create advertising opportunities for that environment? What does in-game advertising look like there? What does TV advertising look like when you're in another world? I think for me, the real promise of VR is about taking people away from their current situation. So you can kind of imagine, in the same way that gaming is a very popular hobby right now, it may be a very popular hobby on a Friday evening or a Saturday morning to go into a completely different environment. And I think one of the most interesting and compelling kind of use cases for advertising within that world is about this idea of kind of branded sponsored environment. So maybe Etihad can transport you to Rome and Italy. Maybe Emirates Airline can transport you to Shanghai of today. It's all about how brands can kind of play a meaningful role in helping you explore the world in that particular case. So then we'll have situations where, this won't be a media that people have to buy. It's literally the airline's job to create this wonderful, powerful, immersive experience, and then people will associate the great moments they had at that particular time with the airline that made it possible. And if you think about that kind of mental mapping, in the real world, that's how people explore. So to kind of build an association between Emirates taking you to amazing places, or Etihad giving you amazing experiences, to create that mental model in people's brains is a very powerful, compelling experience.